Hello, humans. So today on Timmy Does New Hampshire, memory card. Look, there's nothing on it because I'm going to be working on this, and I'm going to be talking a lot. So if you don't want me to hear me, break and tune out. Let's get a little R&R. Here's one of Timmy's tips. But anyway, sometimes when you prime, you'll get it all primed. You'll see pinholes in it afterwards. Don't worry, just leave it. You just find your little pinhole. Actually, I think I filled them all. Mix up a tiny bit of putty, like 2-part stuff. Mix it, you know what I mean? And you go over, right? I filled them all. But anyways, you take put it in, squeeze it in there, and just nice and super tight, like that. So after you primed your 3 coats of primer, filled your little putty holes, use your guide coat, and you're gonna guide coat this. You can see what I'm doing. Guide coat that, block that with 320, dry it off we wet sand that with 320, dry it off, put another coat after you sand it with 320, guide coat it, and sand that with 600, you're ready to paint. So when I say, so that's already been sanded with 320 with my blocks, my sanding blocks, my rubber squeegee thing I use. Afterwards, all I do, that's already been sanded with 320. This is 600. I just fold it up, and now I just get the 320 grit scratches out. I fold it up because if you don't, and you just use like just your fingers on like a single sheet like this, you'll get finger marks, and you'll see 3 lines everywhere, and you don't want that. It almost makes like a little block. Okay, back to the Skylark. Some of you people are probably watching these and going, he's putting these quarters on. Why is he putting these quarters on like that? Listen, you put them on your way, I put them on my way. Another reason why you want to get this line, your quarter panel line, I like to have my door, because you need to get this quarter panel in or out where it needs to be, because you see that right here, the width of this. So I had to cut that down because it was like this wide. So I had to trim it all the way down to there so it would be the right dimensions to fit in my messy shop, because it's always a freaking mess in here. So you can see on this one, the other panel's like this wide. So I had to cut all this out of there because that ain't gonna fit in there. They just kind of make this. It would have been nice if they had gone, this quarter panel had wrapped around where I had to do my patch back here. Remember on the back of the quarter panel? That little patch right there. The new quarter panel didn't go over that far. That's why I did what I did. So the quarter panel is a lot of finessing, a lot of working, a lot of fighting to get that quarter panel to fit just right. And I got it fitting pretty good. So sometimes I'm talking, and you guys are probably like, Tim, just shut up and show me. I'm here to learn. Okay, boys and girls, the new thing I want you to do is share my videos. As I said before, this is all for my grandkids. I just do this so that they'll have something to look at, and my great-grandkids, because they'll have no clue who I am, and my grandkids will be like, oh, this is Pop. Right there he is. And they're like, he was so much fun. You were pre-warned. There's a lot of talking in this video. I'm gonna tell you a story. So, now everybody's clicking off. That's it, I'm done. Clicking off. Auto body guys. A lot of freaking prima donnas. A lot of prima donnas. Worked at one place. I've worked at dealerships and high-end crash shops, stuff like that. Where we just did Mercedes and BMW and Audi and all that. But anyways, that place. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Everybody thought they were great. And then you had me, who didn't care. They're like, okay, so there's 3 things I'm gonna teach you about restoration stuff. 3 things. You can have it fast and cheap. Fast and cheap, it's not gonna be nice. You can have it nice and cheap, but it ain't gonna be fast. And you can have it fast and nice, but it ain't gonna be cheap. Yeah, you only get to pick 2 of the 3. Quick update. Thank you, George, for commenting. Yes, the idle mixture screw. Too much fuel as a 1-barrel carb. It was turned out 3 turns.
I turned it back in a turn and a half. I think a little bit more than that. Yeah, doesn't puke out no more. Runs perfect. Give it gas, it goes. It was getting too much fuel. Thank you. Okay, Jeff, you asked about Zeus. That's Zeus. So that car I bought out of a junkyard 23 or 24 years ago for $400. And I'm like, oh, I need parts off of this. It was like $400. I was gonna cut the quarters off from my Bandit car. I stripped this whole car down. I'm like, oh, 4-speed car. I'm like, I can't do that to this car. It's too nice. So I ended up restoring this one instead. My Bandit still sits 23 years later. I've restored other cars in the meantime. But, so, those are called my CUDA stripes. Why did I put those on there? Well, when my kids were younger, I said, listen, we're gonna push the car. It was on dollies. I said, push right here. Don't push on the body because you'll dent it, because we had to push it over. So my son didn't listen to me. Goes like this, and he pushes the car over, which made a little wavy dent in there so I can kind of see it. So I'm like, oh, what am I going to do now? I'll put flat black stripes on it. We'll cover that. So that's what I did. But get some big fat tires on there, 295, 60 15s. But yeah, bought out of a junkyard. Freaking, I don't know if you can see that, bottom of the doors. Car was solid as a rock. Hold on. And I redid all the interior in it. If you can see that, brand new interior. 4-speed car. So that's my story about Zeus. Very fast car. Well, semi-quick car. I like it. Nice power. So that's Zeus, and it's my very first episode. I'm sitting in front of that car. Also, I got a 4-speed in it, Super T10. I used to have a 5-speed in it, which I loved because you put it in 5th gear on the highway, just freaking cruise. I can do 80 something, 85, whatever, just freaking like nothing. But it was out of a IROC or something like that. Those, what do they call those ones, the 5-speeds? Yeah, I blew that up at Lake George, New York. Freaking got on it, freaking broke 2nd gear. But I get the, if you guys are from the remember stuff from the 80s, I got the chips hood on there. Somebody had cut a hole in that and put a blower in it. I'm like, well, I don't have a blower, but I'll put the shaker back in it. So, also, I'm gonna get rid of these tires. I hate them. Sorry, but I hate them. I'm gonna get some Nitto 555s. Supposed to be stickier, 295/50 15s, and they just roast. If I stay on it, it'll just keep spinning. So I gotta get rid of those. Get some Nittos. I heard they were really good. These are called winter tires. I'm finding out is what these are. It's kind of stupid to have because I don't drive all season. I drive in the summer. That's it. Just so you know, if you happen to see that on the hood. Now,
Can I say one thing?
say what you want. So when I used to do restorations, the thing was, I am not here to make your dreams come true on your budget. I'm all done with that. It's either you have no budget and I fix it the way I need to fix it, or I don't fix it at all. And guess what? I don't do restorations no more. I'm sorry, anymore.
No.
It's a beautiful day. It's Easter Sunday. Taking a ride. All right, got back from driving Frank, and I got this all over the place. Oil, freaking everywhere. Like everywhere. Where it came from, how it got there, I have no idea, but it's shooting all over the place.
This is the next day after the oil situation.
And it's not so bad, but this is down. In there, I got an issue. I don't know what it is. So I think something is mixing. Well, still looks pretty liquid. But it's definitely going down. I think it was antifreeze exploded. All right. So I've determined that the 2 hoses right there, these 2, one of them developed a pinhole. So I got 2 more of those. So I'm gonna fix that. Yeah, so stuff keeps breaking in this car because I didn't change everything because I did it on a budget, just trying to get it running.
And every time I turn around, the next thing fails, and the next thing fails, and the next thing fails. This is gonna be like an ongoing thing for like the next 3 years. So I drive it, I break down, I drive it, I break down, I drive it, I break down. We'll call this episode the Nancy episode or the girl episode because I just didn't shut up. Oh my word. Okay, got my memory card. All it says on it is nothing. Thanks for watching. I forgot my signature move almost. There we go. All us guys that have talent have a signature move. Maybe I should have wrote that down on my memory card. Signature move. Check us out. Okay. Speaking of signature moves. I don't know how I can tell if my dog is gay or not. Is there a way to tell if your dog is gay? Because they're both boys.